children, come, come.
Oh, what is it, Granny?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Leo. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. And when you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often... That simply won't do. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so... Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks... I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create... The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created...
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. But that's enough nostalgia for now.
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for... What's more, I doubt that you would... Well, for starters, I require some You would have to dig downward, following the roots, but almost no one has been able... Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure. Goodness knows if that...
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny, the person you asked...
Yes.
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my...
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, before finally defeating an ancient god to get... A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. You'll have to excuse Yanfei.
Paimon was gonna ask this...
An adeptus? I guess. Kinda. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a... They had me, and once I was all grown up...
Well, that's a bit casual for...
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Anyway, let's not dwell on...
Is that so? Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no... Hold on a moment.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What?
Commercial consultancy. Or Krustle. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some smaragdus... So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem. But it's best if you just stand...
Wow, and best we be a little...
Hello, Mr. Krustle.
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned...
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small... Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins?
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting...
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqian. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, in return, I included a clause that guarantees the
Guaranteed genuine?
Of course. This way, both the client and I have...
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay her...
Oh, of course.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Cross.
See some action.
Leo Lee Pavilion. Best Lee food in town.
A reward on the road.
Leo Lee Pavilion. Best Lee food in town.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from... My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting...
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I spent so much money on them. My family is in the ore business too. But business... We now have a backlog of... A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants That's what the hairpins were for. But now that I've lost the
Why does Paimon have a sudden...
Would you really? I sent a commission to the event...
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Monsieur Chow, would you let...
Huh? Well, I mean...
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei's true. Though surely...
Right. I finished reading the contract. Furthermore, the contract also and given the rarity of Smaragd...
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Just
However,
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are locked. Whichever way you look at it, we've got to...
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check with...
Seems right.
Please. Please. However much it is, now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins...
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones... My family has seen much...
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few...
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. You lost them? Are you...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly I am.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to... I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just...
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. It was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hair...
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I...
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of...
Thank you very much. How could...
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Miss Chow. I have something. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit.
You can't beat the atmosphere. Come and see these rare and precious curios.
Miss Yenfei, what is this about?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
What do you mean?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say, I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were...
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time.
Now that is strange. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and...
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force...
Well then, since you're so experienced...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow.
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for every... It feels like Yanfei is even...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot...
I understand. Then I will be...
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know.
I've had a read through.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will... I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case...
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask...
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around... Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not... Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage... But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to if Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on it.
Why, hello there, honored surely not more...
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnayan merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore process?
A Snezhnayan merchant... I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of... He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore.
Do you have any leftover
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a...
Huh? If my eyes don't... Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it... I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is...
A thin layer of preparation.
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy.
Is that so? So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was?
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find there may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an and, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr.
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back.
Miss Yenfei?
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record?
Of course.
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as...
Yes?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just
With this hard evidence to back us up?
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a cake. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Xingxi. She often helps.
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice. As you know, Liyue Harbor is but the amendments made by the Tianquan to our law. As such, legal advice.
So you helped them make sense of the law.
Yes, well, that's no obstacle.
You meant?
You sound surprised, knowing... Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus.
Again, with that casual...
Well, that's that then.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell. Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, the design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found.
Miss Xingxi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material...
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive... Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the I also kept a copy for my own records. See, the inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite.
Thank you, Xingxi. Now...
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your...
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume some...
I believe we have almost...
The weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jade... Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands...
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? And if it isn't Miss Yenfei...
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're
Smaragdus jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it. The Seven Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great change. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just... I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting...
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind...
No trouble at all. It's just a single document, won't take me a moment. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remark. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related...
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baizhu.
You're too kind.
That Baizhu guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation?
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now...
Wonderful. Well then, please.
Of course. Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her?
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pit. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly,
Material evidence? What material evidence? I spent a huge sum to obtain that smaragdus jadeite, and yet you...
indeed, only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to start with evidence from the Jade Mystery. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along...
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between smaragdus jade... In any case, smaragdus nephrite is...
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And...
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all.
hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it?
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either.
You know, you could...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence...
Well, hang on a moment now, because Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as...
What's the...
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who sustained contact with smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the... However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you... Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here... I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigation.
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of smaragdus...
Huh? No,
aren't actually inlaid with genuine smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay... Mr. Crossell, your answer, please.
Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins... But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that... But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn. That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from... I kept the real smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them.
Exactly! If they weren't the...
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that smaragdus jadeite... If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum...
20%? That's as much as I spent on that...
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me. Even if the smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some...
Ms.
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it...
What? But all right, then.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn the smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that...
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll...
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may...
Well...
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further...
Is that so?
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores...
Let me...
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us, even though the solution...
The right solution depends on your perspective. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, what an Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to... In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with you.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Ah, you've returned. Good, good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of...
Oh, you. All right, then. Go.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose... I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any...
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you...
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness. Indeed she is. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the... Liyue is... All right, then. Let us speak...
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
It is but a single... There we go. This... Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it... Oh, goodness. Take these blueprints with you as well.
Wait a minute, Granny!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper.
Wow! This teapot... Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Paimon can't do that! Still, Oh, wait a second.
Well, it seems that...
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. Hang on a moment. Oh, call me, I suppose.
So you're the...
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean... You may leave all matters regarding the up... Your journey may be far... Though it is the Adepti who create... Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard... You may consider me a butler. Now, allow me to... Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful... As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you...
Blueprints?
Yes, these are the blueprints. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare... Then simply release the thought from your mind.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus, he said that even this world is not a true one.
A golden-eyed adeptus?
I hardly remember myself. Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around if there's anything you would...
Windblade!
did you? I was complete. Aw, you really know how. Don't you worry. I love it here. Not at all. I think what makes. If I were to start, I certainly wouldn't want.
Honorary knight. Is some stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde. He was wandering all over. I lost him as long as Master Jean is here.
That might be true, but if it were up to...
That is true. Anyways, oh yeah, you should go ask him.
What? You need something? Here, I remember him. He showed up a few days. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapon. If the Knights or the Guild want to get hold of him, that's it.
The angels share? Anyway, let's go to the angel.
Hard work is all there is.
At the cathedral if you're injured.
If I take a back alley, I shouldn't get caught.
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde string?
That I have. He comes here every night. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks up. I don't know anything else about.
And what's Master Diluc?
Why, I just gave it to you.
Investigating everything as always.
If you're looking for that gentleman, there's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to... Ah, welcome, sir. The wine...
He's really here? Let's go down.
Hey, go on, drink some more.
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Well, that's as good a reason as any.
So, guess we've broken the...
That little one beside you.
Uh-huh, we're the best of friends.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your trip. My name's Daninsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
He was so cold just a moment before.
But I will require advance payment. 500 more. The 500 is a one-time fee. And that's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of
Ah, thank you. Now as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question says not. I only wish to know what your choices are. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that... Animo. I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question. Is that your answer? Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts. Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity? So that's your answer? Now for my final. This world has people who gained visions. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods? So, this is your... It seems that you're different from her. I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. That said, I only take commissions related... Like you, I am currently on a journey. Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands...
Oh, that We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order.
There's some reason behind that. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for... We're
That manner, it's just like hers. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps... This abandoned temple does bear the Falcon of the West, though it can soar in the wind. The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
Disappear!
Come a little closer. Surrendering region.
No escape!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Oh, so sorry.
Come a little closer.
With the wind!
You're in for a little shock.
Let it rain!
Dodge this! Freeze!
You've been a naughty boy. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
Let's spark things up a little.
Wind blade! Dodge this!
Just a few Abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already... The Abyss. It is chaos. And that is why even the Dragon of the East and the creatures of the Abyss...
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss.
Well, I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be... Perhaps we may find our Abyss herald...
You're in for a little shock. Come a little... You're in for a little shock.
Huh?
Come a little closer.
Yeah.
You're in for a little shock.
Is this an answer from this world?
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dane's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Lord of Wolvendom, great, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only. No, I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to. All right, let's go see if that.
But where do we begin?
Indeed. See that? Knowing what I do of.
Windblade!
And there's another one of those bonfire spells! Looks like the Abyss really has been around here. Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
You're in for a little shock.
No one escapes my sights!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little close.
Cool it! Yeah!
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kinda scary. Let's beat them up first.
A reward on the road.
You're in for a little shock.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Surrender in a...
Disappear! Cool it!
Come a little closer. Hey.
Yep.
No escape!
Dodge this!
Whew, that's that! Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the abyss.
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found, but they were left behind by abyss mages. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old...
But now we're out of leads.
No. There is one more place we... Let's get a move on then.
Windblade!
Is this an answer from this world? A reward on the road.
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, but I suppose that this place is more... In fact, if my memory serves, this the first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of old Mondstadt, the Dragon of the East had yet to fall.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, let's go see what the situation is.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Freeze!
You're in for a little shock.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Cool it!
Disappear!
Let it rain!
Windblade!
Come a little closer.
Dodge this!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Cool it!
Windblade!
Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy. Come a little closer.
Freeze!
Go, Baron Bunny!
Windblade!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
You're in for a little shock.
Cool it!
Come a little closer.
No escape!
You're in for a little shock.
Hey!
Come a little closer.
Freeze!
Disappear!
You're in for a little shock.
Oh, so in the end, we still couldn't...
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame, exactly.
No, you're right.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journey. Once upon a time, yes.
You know, Dane, where are they?
She no longer travels. I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting.
Oh, is that how it is?
I still have some things left unfinished.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to... Hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too. Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty... either way, we should settle down in a place...
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches. While you're still traveling, you should...
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be so. Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves. We can reach the top of that cliff.
Oh, Dane moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke?
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last. My traveling companion brought me here on our previous trip.
So, Dane?
Me? I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out. Huh? But how could that be? You only touched...
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent. As for why? Is it
You're saying some...
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational. At least you now know that she is still at this time. The most important thing... Yes. And this is something you must keep. May you find your kin at the end of that journey.
Huh? You're
Only for now. Don't worry. After all, I did take 500...
I have gathered everyone here today. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber?
So the rumors are true. No wonder the
Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be—
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm
Only sufficiently large pieces. Adepti Sigils serve as a means. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connection, I take the saying, time, you may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest—
These things won't be easy to get hold of.
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much.
No. We better...
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber?
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then we'll never be short of Mora.
Of course. But the construction of the Jade Chamber, I have other business to attend. Remember, this is a race against the clock.
Ningguang seems super busy. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh?
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and as it happens, we...
No.
Don't be like that. Hey, come... Why don't you... Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information, just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. Huh, they're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at... Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some Mora.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives.
So what? She's loaded.
I've already told you. I don't need your... If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy...
Come on, ma'am. You seem like it's not about whether you need...
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Stroll. Then seen you at kiosk. How could you afford to be so...
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are.
Boss, I'm telling you something.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
The Millilith. What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do...
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians?
No, don't be...
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is...
Oh, I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the...
You can't do this. Is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that.
Laws? No.
Really? So how
That would be my stomach growling.
She's so on it. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this, and then of course you're still hungry.
Chingson, Glaze Lily, Violet
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all, you... Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Where does she fit in with the other Adeptus?
Are you here to buy some herbs?
Chingson, Glaze Lily, and Violet Grass, please.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here.
Thank you.
She's really...
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather odd. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After
So, how come you chow down on these and barely... If Paimon had enough, Mora, Paimon would go...
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here, sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste...
Return to the mountains! That proves it!
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came and now we're probably
I see.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question. Were you interested in the
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of... However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you...
Wow! Yep, but having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be...
I am not sure whether, or to what extent, this plan can be classified. We simply need to dispose...
Veto!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict...
Look, we want to win this Sunset Vermilion Night.
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there.
Baishu? What are you...
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Farm.
No, we've got other stuff to do.
Ah, the variety of plostrite used. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Com. Thanks, Baishu.
You're quite welcome.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders, and your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time.
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today.
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of...
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang.
As well?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some sunset vermilionite. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. And a lot of interest. At the end of the day, it all comes down to...
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on...
But... without...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Oh, Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history.
That's great! Wouldn't it be a little, you know...
You needn't worry. As far as I am...
Open-minded. I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before.
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then. Well,
There's something about this young lady that reminds... Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious design.
Okay, we will... It should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now...
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there? The Sealy got to here and then disappear. Weren't we at a waterfall? Oh, so...
I believe this is the abode... With any luck, the sunset vermilionite will look...
Really? Let Paimon... Look, it's gone. And now that Paimon takes a closer look...
These are not real clouds. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintained...
All right, then let's...
I sense the presence of monsters.
Obey!
Come a little.
Unleash! Transfiguration! Manifest! Obey! Unleash! Manifest!
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Obey!
Surrender and I'll be.
Cool it!
Manifest! Oh! Obey!
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Obey!
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! The Celia disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Obey! Take your true form! Do your master's bidding! Manifest! No escape!
frostbite.
In your dreams! Obey! I will wipe them out! Unleash!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Manifest! Obey! Cryo Incarnate! Manifest!
Let it rain.
Obey!
Let's spark things up a little.
Unleash! Obey! Do your master's bidding! Unleash! Obey! Manifest! Oh! Unleash!
sorry.
Obey! Cryo incarnate! Oh!
No escape!
Unleash!
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilionite? Is this it? Is this... It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most. Only after being activated does Plaustrate.
Wow, Shenhe.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. I don't care for her stories most of the time.
Hold on a sec. I'm on just... If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it. But if we don't activate it, how...
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. My safety.
That's right! You gotta be extra...
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the plaustrite. Let's meet...
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much?
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got...
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap...
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhua, and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent, but I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of—
In truth, it is the finest piece of plostrite. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. Now, please excuse me.
Shenhua, just now on the way over, pretty much
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? Whenever Paimon gets—
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are.
But I am not...
Shenhua?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we...
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift—
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty.
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? Since this was chosen as the building, so business is...
Great!
One of your rooms is still Here are your keys.
Shenhua, you should go get some rest. Well, Paimon's gonna go... Let's buy one for Shenhua too.
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a...
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing? Let's go and say...
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhua too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in...
Cool! So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhua feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name.
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right. What? You knew already?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she would...
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster that she was able to... One dealt with the...
In other words, if you hadn't passed...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival...
That's still so dangerous!
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. Indeed, it is one... However, Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the... Red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to...
Huh. You dare draw such a... Ningguang once made a... If she handles it admirably, let us conclude our conversation here.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adeptus. Hey! So, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you...
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going. I was worried that something may have happened to you. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is...
Sorry!
It's okay. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to... Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, for this, I'm...
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title Friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, but before we do... After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really... Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just out... Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it!
I concur.
Look! The Jade Chamber is but it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey! People Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's key. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment. I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key. Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Fatuian Osile, right? Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto.
Beto? Are you here to join the Jade Chamber?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before.
Shenhua.
Good to meet you. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so...
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. To be honest with you all,
I am in great need of this opportunity to act. Wow. So it... Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but...
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang.
In that case... Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, instead of competing against each other, we could work together to Sounds great, but how does it change?
I think I see where you're The Plostrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as... How'd I do? Is that what you had in...
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master...
Wonderful. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, by the way, what question are you gonna... I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Ooh, what's the opera called? The opera is a labor of love by my father. It's called The Divine Dance.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you...
Of course I have. Sorry.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you've...
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond... So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, the types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last...
No, we were gonna ask you a...
Sure. Well, you'll need to... If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter iron from the Mount Tian. It could take some work, but if you stick with it... I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people are... Of course, it's probably just here.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the I hear the view there is quite spectacular. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. No wonder the legend of the Divine Damsel of... The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming... What's the story about? It's the story of a girl Cool! A hero story? The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to... In that village, there was a loving couple. The wife was out collecting herbs. The vile and vicious monster told the... What a nasty piece of work! Ugh. But the monster was so terrible, and just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster... No! Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment.
I really like this story, but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was... I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that, but opera is always an interpretation of the events. When my father wrote the script for this play...
I think it's a great story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium. I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there? Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Huh. He didn't... Hello, sir. We were just passing by. Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You... I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think this place is deserted now.
Huh? You know... Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. Okay, then let's see what... What's this? So... Now that I think about it, She does behave rather like an adept. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with... According to this text, the divine... And she didn't volunteer. She... Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. Oh... So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. His obsessive yearning for his deceased... Still, I do wonder what the connection is.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Sybrosium. Let's have a look over there. So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng. Let's go back and tell Shenhe.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant. I was a very close friend of your father's. I bring flowers back here every year.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master... So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or...
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we...
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Sybrosium.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is...
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly be... So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to... But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I...
Don't worry. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you...
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit! We can't let someone else beat us!
progress.
Oh.
So,
This is some top quality ore you found. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about... Don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils.
I'll sort that out.
Oh?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for... When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all.
But without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't... But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connect...
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facility.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets...
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh! All three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. I hereby announce that the winners of this material
What? It's over already?
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up. This has been a long time coming.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores, and the construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once, thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your...
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stay... The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the...
Thank you, Lady...
You're quite welcome. It's true.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement.
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked...
Your question was written all over your... So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here.
Oh, great! No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got...
Me?
Yes, this was a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably...
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Li...
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive, as long as you respect the rules. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop
a sense of
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you in short, everyone needs a...
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a...
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back.
Beidou? Ningguang? What...
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would... My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace, and I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. Huh? In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
Save!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
Obey! Manifest!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Come a little closer.
Freeze! What?
Unleash!
Surrender and I'll be gentle. You're in for a little shock.
Manifest! Unleash! Do your master's bidding! I will wipe them out! Manifest! I'm just a little exhausted. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like...
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you.
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, of course we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millelith,
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I wasn't trying to be a hero, though.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it...
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always... If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. Hence, on balance...
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will...
Shenhe. One saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different
Yes. I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shen. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's
There'll be no need for...
Oh. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall...
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber. We must celebrate both the completion...
Wow! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade...
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you... Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Hey! Look! Miss Yun is go-
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought
it was beautiful.
It was wonderful. Also,
you're welcome. Thanks to you, the play has an ending. But life...
Thank you.
Ms. Yun! Here you are! Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of... Wait. You're the girl from the opera. Let me pull up a chair, all right? We'll all have a friendly...
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to...
Uh-oh. This feels all too familiar. Shenhe...
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe.
I wonder when I'll be as...
Everything's ready.
Now that I think about it, I'm sure I have much.
Hey, what are you doing around the academia? Actually, I had a reunion with... How time flies. I, on the other hand, have had it... That being said, since I've already indulged...
What are you talking about? The rite of Parte?
Have you heard? The
Did
rite
something
of Parte.
terrible happen again?
You